How have you transformed 14 new individuals into one singular collective so quickly?
I don't know. We can't explain everything, I think, and you can't always explain the chemistry.
My guest today is a transformational genius, a leader who took over a Sunderland team that had just finished 16th in the Championship and just 18 months later has his delirious Black Cat surging. 4th place in the Premier League, ahead of defending champions Liverpool, Manchester United, and most importantly, 10 places and 7 points above Newcastle. Here today to talk about how he's done it and all that is to come. Thrilled to welcome Mr. Régis Le Bris.
Hi Raj, how are you?
I'm so happy to be with you. It's been incredible watching you and your Sunderland this season. And I know you have a saying that as a manager, you, quote, do not want to be the main man. But how would you describe your coaching philosophy and its essence in the message you communicate to your players?
Yeah, I think the most important thing for me is to create an environment for the development of the players and the squad. So we'll have our key pillars for our identity. We want to play together. We want to defend together. We want to be connected and to be always hard to beat. I think in this Premier League, it's very important to defend properly. And when it's the case, you can create a good level of confidence to play and to create with the ball. And I think so far it worked well.
Sunderland spent 8 agonising till I die years outside the Premier League. Then they clawed and scratched their way back, beat Sheffield United in the playoff final last May. Régis, honestly, what were your expectations for that giant jump from the Championship to the Premier League, and how has that really compared to the reality? Because you made it look easy.
Yeah, it's still fragile, but I think we expected a big gap. So the transfer window was crucial for us, and I think the club worked well with a strong organization, a full alignment between the different parties. The coach, the sporting director, the head of football, the owner, and we worked hard to build the best squad as possible. And with 14 new signings, the challenge after that was to connect with the previous players. And so far, the mentality of the squad is really good. So one of the key points for the recruitment was the mentality. The ability to connect with a project, to have this ambition, not for yourself, but for the squad. And I think so far it works well.
I want to talk more about that mentality in a second, because I know you're quite an expert academically in that area. But watching Sunderland have a comeback win against Chelsea, then muscle their way into that 2-2 draw against league-leading Arsenal, does it feel like some of the established Premier League opponents have actually underestimated your Sunderland's tenacity, Sunderland's ability?
Yeah, it's possible, and they can keep going like that. And for us, the main point is to stay organized all the way, because we know that game is really long, maybe 100 minutes now, and to keep the level of energy as high as possible. So our finishers are really important as well. So if we can combine a good and strong organization and a good level of energy all the way, I think it's still possible to change the dynamic of the game.
What's incredible is that Sunderland have one of the youngest squads in the Premier League. You've also brought in those 14 new players. 10 different leagues they came from in 9 different countries. But they're playing, they're connecting, they're showing a chemistry as if they've spent years together, Régis. I've got to say, many marriages don't work as smoothly as you built this squad. How have you transformed 14 new individuals into one singular collective so quickly?
I don't know. We can't explain everything, I think, but probably the recruitment is crucial. And after that, we are working on a strong game model, simple, with key pillars. The journey started with our first video calls. So I explained clearly, I think, what was the way of playing, what was the position expected for the player. And I think if they decided among different options, it would be Sunderland at the end. It meant that they understood that this game model, this environment was really positive for them, and the connection started probably from that point. And after that, yeah, it's a question of chemistry, and you can't always explain the chemistry.
The new signings include 33-year-old former Arsenal captain Granit Xhaka, went on to become such a dominant part of that invincible Bundesliga winning Bayer Leverkusen team. You praised his leadership on and off the field. You said, quote, "One of the strengths of a leader is to create other leaders, and he does this every day." Can you tell us a story, Régis? Give us an example of a moment you watched Xhaka with your young squad and thought, that's great leadership.
It's really impressive because I worked with many good players before, and some of them were good leaders, but not strong leaders at that level. And it's really impressive. For example, just a short insight. He started in the terrace, the restaurant here, to sit with the French players from the beginning. So I asked him, why are you always with these players? And he told me they will be really important for the squad this season. So I need to connect with them, to understand them, and probably, in his mind, to manage them as well. So he's really clever, really smart, and he knows the different points which will really crucial for the future. And his background is impressive, and the way he managed the team is really impressive.
Is he a manager for you on the field?
Absolutely, because he can feel the momentum of the game, and he can react in real time, which is not usual for a player, because the emotional environment, the demand of the Premier League, if you don't have a strong level as a footballer and a strong background, you can't manage everything. And probably Granit is one of these players who can have everything.
Régis, you're a fascinating man. You have a doctorate in sports physiology and biomechanics. You've also studied the mental aspects of the game at Rennes 2 University. We've seen your team fight back with real belief, tenacity. How can you give players, how can you give human beings, how can you give a team mental strength and belief? I'm really asking for myself.
I don't think we can explain just with one or two reasons. It's a full methodology. For me, we are talking about collective work, collective effort, and it's the case for the players, but it's the case for the staffs here in Sunderland. So I'm here to create the condition to work together. And so we will define a clear vision, we'll define a clear game model for the players, but it's like a game model for the staffs as well. This is the way we want to work together, and after that, we create the condition for the creativity, the condition for the involvement, the condition for the willingness to push our limits. And it's, if you work together, an emergence can happen. Can appear, and I think it's probably the main point.
It is still remarkable to me that you've only been with Sunderland for 18 months. And when you first arrived, I believe you asked the players what they hoped to achieve this season, and they told you that they wanted a win promotion to the Premier League. Now you look ahead towards the rest of this season. Régis, what do you dream about? What will make this season feel like success? And what do you fear?
For me, the main point is to be the best version of Sunderland. And we'll see what will be the limit later. So if we play at our best level, I don't know what will be the experience. So I can't set a limit before. I just want to be the best version of Sunderland, and we'll see.
Do you fear anything?
Yeah, probably my main issue might be this problem. If we don't achieve this maximum, I'll have regrets at the end. So I only fear this one.
Régis, to you, to your club, to a season without regrets. Godspeed. Merci.
Thank you so much.
Courage.